Okay, hi everyone. So last video we discussed about isomerism. So in this video we will discuss about functional groups. Okay, functional groups. So this is an important thing or important concept in organic chemistry. Okay, because you will be studying about more and more functional groups in your 11th grade, 12th grade, etc. In your 10th standard you are only studying about some of the functional group, some major functional groups. So let us look at the definition of functional group first. Okay, for example, before coming to definition, I will draw one structure like this. Okay, so this compound is called propane. Okay, naming we can study, but just now understand the name is propane. If I replace this hydrogen, okay, this hydrogen with, imagine, let's say a chlorine atom. Okay, so it will become chloropropane. Propane will change to chloropropane because there is one chlorine. Now imagine there is another one compound like this. So this is methane actually. Okay, CH4 is methane. Okay, don't forget CH4, methane. Methane is present in biogas, CNG to a greater extent. Okay, so just keep in mind. So if I am removing one hydrogen of this methane and if I am keeping one chlorine here, it will be called as, can you guess? Yeah, it will be called as chloromethane. Oh, there is no space in between. Okay, you have to write it like one word. So it is chloromethane. Now the speciality of these two compounds is that these two compounds will behave similarly. Okay, that means both will have similar chemical properties. So I will write here both compounds will have similar chemical properties. Now the question is why they have similar chemical properties. The question is why they have similar chemical properties. The answer is because of this chlorine atom present in these two compounds. Okay, so let us say another one more thing. Okay, similar to this. So I will copy these two molecules. Okay, I have pasted the same molecules here. Now I already told you that these both, okay, these both, the one in the right side, these both will have same chemical properties because of chlorine atom. Now imagine this Cl. Okay, Cl is replaced by one OH group. Okay, that means one oxygen and hydrogen bonded. This we can also write it like this, O bonded to H. Both is fine. So now the number of carbon atoms in both these compounds are different. First compound and second compound, the number of carbon atoms is different, but both will have same chemical property in this case also. Now the question is why? Because they are both having this OH group. Okay, we will say group. Here we can also say chlorine group. Okay, so they are having a same group. So these two are imparting a certain chemical properties to this compound. Okay, or we can also say these two, that means this OH group in these two compounds is imparting certain function to that particular compound. Here also we can say this chlorine atom is imparting some chemical properties to the compound or some function to the compound. Okay, so such atom or a group of atom which when attached to a carbon compound or an organic compound, which will impart certain chemical properties to that particular compound, is called functional groups. Okay, so I will write the definition. Okay, so after that we will just revise it once more. So the definition is like this. So this is the definition of functional groups. So whoever asks you about functional groups, you should be able to say this definition. So look at the definition. It is an atom. Okay, in this case it is an atom. Okay, that is why it is an atom or a group of atom. In this case it's a group of atom, right? That is why. So an atom or a group of atom which impart certain chemical properties to a compound is called functional group. Okay, don't forget. Now the next section, or in the remaining part of this video, we will see about some of the important functional groups. Okay, so the important functional groups are, so I'll write here functional group. Okay, so the important functional groups are, first we can say about halogen functional groups, or we can also say halo. Okay, halo functional groups. This include chloro means the functional group is like this. Okay, so this line represents it is bonded to something. Okay, that is a meaning. So whenever you are drawing a functional group, you will draw the lines like this. That means it is attached to something. Okay, that is a meaning. So chloro, then there is fluoro. Okay, the spelling is not like this. Fluoro. There is also iodo. Iodo means iodine group is attached, and bromo means bromine group is attached. Okay, so these are some examples of halogen functional groups. Now there is also, so we can give number 1 to it, we can give number 2 to this. There is alcohol functional group. So alcohol functional group is much easier, okay, to understand. It is nothing but this, one oxygen and one hydrogen attached, or we can also write it like this. So this line here means we need to draw that line. Okay, that is important, because only then it we can understand that this particular thing is attached to something. Okay, that is why. Now another functional group is aldehyde functional group. Aldehyde. So aldehyde functional group means, so there will be a carbon in this organic compound, and that carbon will be attached to a double bonded O. Fine. Then this carbon will be also attached to a hydrogen. So if somewhere in a compound, if like this comes, okay, if somewhere in a compound, if like this come, a group of atom like this, it is called aldehyde functional group. Don't forget that. Okay, now another fourth type is there, ketone. So ketone and aldehyde, some students will have doubt. The thing is that ketone will never come in the end of a compound. Okay, I will explain that. Ketone will not come in the end of a compound. It will come in the middle of the compound, because this is nothing but a carbon bonded to an oxygen, a double bonded O. Fine. Here two lines means it is, these two are bonded to something else. Okay, this carbon is bonded to another carbons. Okay, that is a meaning. So whenever something like this comes, it is ketone functional group. Now another one is carboxylic acid functional group. So these are just the name of this group of atoms. Okay, nothing other than that. So carboxylic acid functional group means, so there will be a carbon, and this carbon will be double bonded to oxygen, and this carbon will be also bonded to OH, and this will be bonded to another carbon. So if something like this comes in any compound, that is called carboxylic acid functional group. So this group of atom is called functional group. Okay, so don't forget. So some confusion can come in the case of what, aldehyde and ketone. So let us take one example, C. Okay, if it comes here, okay, so just imagine it like this. Now this is one case. Another one compound can also be like this. Okay, this is also another compound. So see here, the C double bond O, okay, is coming in the middle. Okay, and these two are attached to another carbons. In that case, this is ketone functional group. Okay, ketone. But look at here. Okay, fine. It is attached to an oxygen, double bonded attached to an oxygen, this carbon. But that is fine. But the thing is, it is also attached to a hydrogen. Okay, and also it is coming in the end of a compound. Okay, in that case, it is called aldehyde functional group, because you can see clearly that that see here, this C double bond O H, these three things are coming together. Here we don't want that three things, we only need this C double bond O. Okay, so don't get confused between ketone and aldehyde. If you have any further doubts, you just comment below. Okay, so don't forget, these are the important functional groups: halogen functional groups, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid. Okay, this halogen, the word halogen means, halogen refers to group 17 elements in the periodic table. Okay, you can take the periodic table, look at the groups. Okay, group 17 will be these halogens. Okay, so understand, whenever these group of atoms or atom, if it is attached to a compound, it will impart certain chemical properties. So no matter what the length of the carbon chain is, if it is like this, okay, I am not drawing hydrogen, but if it is 5 carbon and if it is attached to a chlorine, even though if there is only one carbon attached to a chlorine, both will have similar chemical properties. Okay, so that is the importance of functional group in organic chemistry. So go through it. If you have any doubt, comment below. Okay, thank you.